Look, let me describe a situation and tell me if this feels uncomfortably familiar. You finally landed the job, the big one, the one where you look at your offer letter and think, okay, I've officially made it. You're earning $120,000, maybe $150,000 a year. By every statistical metric, you are rich. And yet, somehow, you still feel broke. You're sitting in a house that costs $4,000 a month in a good school district. You're driving a German-engineered SUV because, well, you're an executive now, and that's what executives drive. But at 11:45 p.m. on a Tuesday, you're staring at your banking app, wondering how you have $200,000 in annual income, but only $1,400 in your checking account 2 days before payday. It feels like you're running on a high-speed treadmill that keeps getting faster, and if you trip just once, the whole thing comes crashing down. So what gives? Is it just inflation? Is it the system? Or is there a hidden economy that specifically targets people who earn well but have no margin? Because here's what most people don't realize. Earning a lot of money doesn't make you rich. It just gives you the opportunity to be rich. And for a huge portion of high earners, they're accidentally building a gilded cage instead of a fortress. My name's Nick, and I spend way too much time thinking about how money actually works in real life. Not in textbooks, but in the actual bank accounts of people trying to navigate this mess. If you're someone who feels like you're earning more than ever but somehow saving less than ever, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if this video helps you understand why your high income feels like a trap, give it a thumbs up. It really does help the channel. All right, let's talk about the hidden economy of the almost rich. The assumption everyone gets wrong. Most people assume that financial stress is an income problem. They think, if I just made $20,000 more, my problems would vanish. But that's not how it works. Financial stress is a friction problem. Here's the thing. The almost rich are playing a game called lifestyle parity. They feel a psychological need to match their spending to their professional status. If you're a senior VP, you can't be seen eating a $5 deli sandwich while your peers are at the $40 bistro. This forces trade-offs you aren't even aware you're making. This friction is what kills wealth before it even starts. The difference between the person earning $60K who saves $5K and the person earning $160K who saves $0K isn't income, it's the protection of momentum. The brutal math of the high-earning paycheck-to-paycheck life. Let's get into some specific, uncomfortable numbers. Recent data suggests that roughly 48% of people earning over $100,000 a year live paycheck to paycheck. Why? Because of a concept called the fixed cost trap. When you have no savings, every dollar you earn already has a job. A $3,500 mortgage because you needed the forever home now, a $1,200 car payments for 2 reliable luxury vehicles, a $1,500 in private school or high-end childcare, $800 in professional upkeep, the clothes, the gym, the social club. There's no margin. Being an almost rich is actually more expensive than being middle class. You pay status fees on everything, from the zip code you live in to the brands you buy. When your fixed costs are 90% of your take-home pay, your savings rate is effectively zero. Life has total leverage over you. One corporate restructuring, one medical emergency, and the rich life evaporates. So why does the almost rich feel painful? The pain here is psychological. Behavioral economists call this hedonic adaptation, but I call it the golden handcuffs. We feel the loss of a luxury twice as hard as we felt the gain of getting it. Canceling your $200 a month club membership doesn't feel like saving $200. It feels like losing your status. It feels like admitting failure. When you're almost rich, every dollar feels emotional because it's tied to your identity. This is where it gets really interesting. Real wealth is escape velocity. It's the moment you stop getting pulled back into the chaos of needing to spend to maintain an image. The momentum effect. Here's a stat that will blow your mind. A study in the Journal of Consumer Research found that financial wins are more about momentum than income. When you have $0 in margin, saving feels pointless. Motivation dies because you can't see the needle move. But when you find a way to cut that fixed cost cage, progress becomes tangible. Your confidence increases. Confidence changes decisions. You stop thinking, I'm a VP who needs a BMW, and start thinking, I'm someone who has $50,000 in liquidity. That is a completely different game. Addressing the objection. Now you might be thinking, Nick, I live in a high cost of living area. I have to spend this much just to survive. Fair, income and location do matter, but plenty of people earning $250K are drowning, while people in the same city earning $90K are building actual freedom. The difference isn't the cost of the city, it's the friction of the lifestyle. Lifestyle inflation is a silent killer. It adds complexity to your life that prevents you from ever reaching escape velocity. The actionable steps. This part matters. If you're almost rich but feeling broke, do this. 1. Aggressively lower your fixed costs. Look for the big three: housing, transportation, and food. If these take up more than 50% of your take-home pay, you're in the trap. 2. Automate your freedom. Willpower fails high earners because they make high-stress decisions all day. Systems don't. Set your savings to leave your account the second the direct deposit hits. 3. Rename your identity. Stop identifying as a high earner and start identifying as a wealth builder. Wealth is what you don't see. 4. Celebrate boring progress. A rising brokerage balance is boring compared to a new car, but it's the only thing that actually provides safety. Your income is just a tool. It isn't the finish line. Proving you can earn $150K is great, but proving you can keep it is what actually changes your life. You have the power to change your trajectory today. The game gets easier once you have leverage. Leverage isn't a bigger paycheck. Leverage is having 6 months of expenses in a high-yield savings account while your peers are one layoff email away from losing their SUVs. Look, if you're struggling despite a high income, you're not bad with money. You've just been sold a version of the American dream that is designed to keep you on the treadmill. But once you break the cycle, money stops feeling like a source of anxiety and starts working with you. Stick with it, protect your momentum, and I'll see you in the next one.